Mr. Maluk is in the building.
Yeah.
How's it, Maluk? Blessings. You know, I haven't seen my little brother here in a very long time.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure being here.
Yeah. How you been, bro?
Yeah, I'm fresh, man.
Nah, fresh. I see you fresh, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, yeah, you get here. We gotta go to Cape Town. You know, do all this shit, and he gets here only have 2 days to chill with the big brother.
It's
2
crazy,
days.
man.
Man.
There's not enough hours in a day. You know?
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah. How was dinner, Java?
Yeah, Java is amazing, man.
Yeah. What did you eat, by the way?
The atmosphere is so nice.
Yeah.
Like,
What did you eat?
We had like what is that? Curry lamb.
Yeah, lamb curry.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, that's some nice stuff.
Yeah. I took Young into Java, so Java is like one of our beautiful restaurants out here in Stellenbosch. So I was like, Young, before he goes back, you know, into the grind, let's take him there to eat, man. But how has been the journey been?
Well, the journey has been amazing, man. Like, I can't complain at all.
That's beautiful.
Like, there's challenges.
Yeah.
With anything that you do. However, like, you have to be graceful in what you do. Take the good.
Yes.
And you leave what doesn't apply to you. So it's always amazing to participate in things that are fairly new, like new industries, and we'll basically break down what I've been doing.
So I set out a few questions for Maluk, and the kind of setup here we've done is, you know, I want to talk to him. You know, I always talk to y'all, right? So I want to talk to him, but I want him to talk to y'all.
Facts.
Yeah, so like right now I think it's looking like right directly, So it would be nice to actually see on that, like how we can further that talk. So Maluk, the first question I have for you, how has life been?
Life since inception, or?
Nah, just in general. Since I've known you, you know, as a young hustler trying to build, there's been ups and downs in life. Yeah. So just in general, right now, where you at?
Yeah.
How's life?
Yeah, like first and foremost, I can clearly, like, comfortably say, like, I had to be comfortable with failing, you know, and not take things to heart as much. As much as we'd like to make things all about us, and then at the end of the day, like, even our lives, especially as artists, it's not even about us.
Yes.
We have to let things happen to us so that we can give it back to the world. So I've been fortunate enough to keep like a level kind of sanity, like with everything that's going down in the world, you know. So
you're being good.
Yeah, thanks, man.
No, I appreciate that. You know, I always pray for you. Since I've known you, I'm like, I always say, God, you know, help my young and articulate to a point. He finds himself and is happy with himself, and whatever rewards, he knows that he's perfect, they are perfect, and that's how we grow and work for our people, right?
Yeah. Bless.
So, what have you been up to? Because Maluk studied at Stellenbosch University, dropped out at some point.
Like we all do.
Started hustling. Maluk went through so many different factors of life to try to structure himself. So right now Maluk are you piloting drones?
Yeah, I'm essentially a commercial drone pilot, and what I'm doing currently is basically focusing more on the security aspect. Like I'm currently managing a site at one of ESCOM sites. I'm not going to disclose.
Of course.
But it's near Mpumalanga. So yeah, it's been an amazing couple months to a few, like a year or so.
Yeah.
Give or take a few months.
Yes.
So I take through like what I mentioned when having to be comfortable with failure.
Yes.
Is like, it's not like you fail, then you drop everything, and then you go somewhere else, and then you fail there, then you drop it. Nah, like the small things that you take along with you, and through various disciplines, bro.
Yes.
Because you remember, I also did like real estate, right?
So the real estate gig, yes.
So there's
yes,
like a bunch
yes,
of like.
Yes. There's a point when
pieces
Maluk actually was selling big houses out there. He was in the real estate
Bro,
game.
I was selling cell phones before I started selling houses. Like, so basically,
Wow.
I got a gig at Edgar's at some point, and like,
Yes.
just
You see what I'm saying?
Just to get like busy, bro. Because the one thing I keep telling anyone that wants to do business with me is I don't want to be complacent, bro. Like, I don't want to be comfortable to a place where I feel like I start to regress, you know, mentally. The mind is always have to be sharp.
Yeah, keep on progressing it and stuff.
Exactly.
I appreciate that about you. So we can say technically what you have been up to is dope. Yeah. He's been up to greatness, all right? And I mean, as y'all can see, if you've been checking through some of our vids years back, I mean, we're always elevating and talking about how we want to get to a platform where we're happy and we can help our people. And one thing that makes me happy is we manage to motivate ourselves to actually get to that place of happiness. I'm happy my youngin is doing great. You know, it's been a lot of work. So the question, what have you been up to? What life is, you know, it's important to me to understand, because the education we've been putting, trying to strive to push towards our people is very important.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to hear that. So how did it all start? You know, because there's the music, there's the business ventures. At some point you involved with Basa. You know, there's these arts, you know. At some point you and I, we had an event at Gas Gallery, University, Stellenbosch, you know, where we did some beautiful stuff there. We launched the genre album. You know, I can say you and I in the music, we've done a lot. You know, we've created a path that many people will not understand. We're talking what we did, the album, Malukhanye verse, you know, Malukahanye versity, right? Yeah, we're talking Jungle Root story, you know, we're talking new albums we're about to make, we're talking archives we haven't even released.
You know.
But look, we've been through a lot, you know. How did it all start for you? What inspired you to get to a point whereby we got to create a lot of stuff that's dope?
Yeah, man.
How did it all start?
That's a long-ended question, so I'm gonna give you a long-ended answer.
I like that. A long-ended answer.
So you know how how we live things, like even for myself, I'm a Pisces, so there's like a sense of always wanting to go to the future and always being stuck in the past, like the fish that because Pisces is like a fish looking forward and a fish looking backward.
That's
so
nice.
That's oftentimes like we have trouble in being in the moment.
Yes.
So music for me has always been that element that can capture time. So for me, it always gave me a sense of which future do I want to grab from,
I see.
you know, and from what past do I want to keep? You know, like even us as Africans, we suffer a lot based on what we choose to hold on to. Oftentimes, sometimes we hold on to the pain and we let go of the lesson.
Yeah, of the hustle.
So music allowed me to actually put my pieces together, allow me to make sense out of my own past, so to speak, to be able to navigate that.
You know, the album, what we did, we have not even put it yet on iTunes officially like that. And in my view, it's one of the greatest albums you and I have collaborated on this far. Well, I know you were going through a lot. We were not eating correctly. We had a lot of problems. We were crying. But we created such a beautiful album. What type of mentality was that, bro?
If you can remember, like LIB, man, like I always kept being adamant at you about, like, man, like we always have to keep the end
I know, right?
In mind. Like how we like however we wanna move, bro.
Yeah.
Like we always have to keep like the final break in what you wanna lay. So for me, it makes things a lot easier knowing where you wanna go.
Yeah.
You know, like where you intend to go. Like for what we did. It's like we always said like it's actually the last album.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
what we
that
did
came first.
What we did is the last album that literally came first, because thinking about the fact that in myself, sometimes I find myself literally rhyming what we did, and I'm thinking it's in jungle or it's in genre or it's in freedom or it's in Malukahanye verse. But the beautiful thing with the art that we have created is it talks to each other in all forms.
100%.
You know, so you can be in genre, but you can be in what we did, you can be in Malukahanye verse, you can be in freedom, you can be in African ambition, you can be in Jungle Root story, and that's the structure right there. Jungle Root story, I mean, I like the features you came with there, and you and Philip, you helped make that album. You know, because I was telling you earlier, I don't think it's my music, it's your music. When we create this thing, it's our music. Because our people, when they learn, they're not gonna say, I don't want them to say, Liberty is good, but no. Oh wow, Liberty and Mawanda have done great here. You know, and Liberty and the team, or the team, it always should be about the team.
Yeah, that's why. Sorry to cut you off. Man. That's why, like, even how we all write our bars, you can never say, this one is better than this one. You know, like.
Bro, I memorize your bars, you memorize my bars. Like, funny thing is, all his bars, there's some that are tricky. You know, like, because this dude will be coming on some rap that I'm like, whoa man, let me learn this shit. But also I'm like, look man, I'm tired. You know, it's too much time to want to learn. So that's why we appreciate ourselves in the art, because there's a certain style that someone has. And since we've been creating music, like our main people, of course, there's Philip Likando, there's Mawanda Faniso, there's Liberty Bwanali, there's Tim Witt. Yeah, you know, that's our brother in the States there. You know, these people, the foundation of the music. And of course, the CMP, Ket Onkers. You know, shout out Otsore, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out Ket Onkers, man.
Man, like CMP is like it's like my main beat maker, bro. Like, you know, someone to look up to sonically.
I told you.
Jeez,
told you. When I said with Ket, man, we say that's legacy, bro. So the thing is, it's fact, I promise you. Ket knows exactly mentally what's going on in my head, because every time we create the new chapter, he knows exactly the beat structure. So Ket remains always in.
Yeah, when I'm on Ket's beats, bro, like I say, like I'm not even writing bars at that point. I'm just translating, I'm motivating speakers. Like, I know. I'm just translating.
You don't even write bars no more, just motivating speakers, bro.
Speakers, dog. Speaker motivated, man.
Get It and Go. That's another video I love a lot. That's a very good video.
Yeah, you have to play it with, like,
yeah, Get It and Go. You know, my money never lie. That's how I got to meet you, you know. And that was me and Philip. We were busy creating these dope tracks, man. We were just freestyling non-stop, you know, so inspired, skating all day. And there was Maluk, you know, Maluk from Saudana. And he was coming to record with Philip, you know. And I was inspired. We didn't just go to record immediately. You know, it took actually, I think, 2 years.
Yeah, right.
You know, yeah. Then at some point, Youngin came through. I was like, you know what? Let's start to work together. Let's see what this music is about, because he was making really dope beats that I really appreciate, you know. And his vocal was cool, but I knew, okay, if I interject there, we can make this dope. And I said, okay, how about we work on actually like more of a storyline? Let's try to get you from where you coming from, bring me all this anger. I want to meet it with solutions. So when we met that anger, it took us a few years. We even had to quarrel, Nah, bro, you don't understand, bro. Nah, you don't understand, bro. But one thing is, he's my brother. You know, so I knew that everything that I'm trying to do, what he's trying to do, is for the keys to try to get him to proceed. Yeah, bro. So I was very glad to meet you, and when I met you, yeah, man, you tell me your story. I met the family, you know, the moms, the sis. You know, I'm the big brother of this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm proud, and when we create stuff like this, I'm like, wow. But you face so many challenges.
Yeah, and you know, bro, like especially for myself, man, like as much as all of the glamour and the shiny things are appealing, for me, man, like I come from a struggling background, so for me, I was never exposed to fancy things. I could probably say I got exposed to them when I came to university, but also not like that, like
not directly.
like I was still like moving low key. I've always like preferred it that way.
I can say Maluk moved elite in a sense that he would be a weirdo to a lot of people. Like I was a weirdo because being a creative in a place whereby everybody just meets, everything is exciting, everybody wanna party, you really come out as a weirdo, you know. So some of us, we may look like we are all that, or we're not all that. It's just because the type of structure we lived on was such a strict, we had no choice. I had no choice.
I think for us, like reality, we saw reality before everyone else. You know, we were for the first people to wild out on these social medias. Like now, everyone wanna be woke. When
exactly.
we were trying to be woke like 10 years ago. Like not even 10 years ago. Like I mean, 2009, we was like with the system, like banging on the system, like
man.
You get me?
I was saying to my look, like if it's talking to the system, I think I really did my part.
That's why a lot of people aren't gonna find us on these. Like for me, like one of the platforms that are still appealing is like YouTube. I still find YouTube to be very valuable for like information.
I love YouTube in the fact that we engage. We can actually create stuff like this, and we can share perhaps on that platform and that platform and that platform. But YouTube is more consistent in the sense that if you're really looking for valuable news on a consistent base, you can get it there and you can put it there, and it's in a way that's still fair, that you can still reach whatever you're trying to reach, right? So I think in that aspect, that's actually dope, you know.